Howdy all, and welcome to the very first part in my brand new playthrough series of the MMO Dune Awakening. Full disclosure, I have a deluxe edition copy that was gifted to me by Funcom as a Funcom content creator, which is why I'm starting this 5 days before everybody else is allowed to join. On June 10th. I'm starting this on June 5th. I didn't record all of the intro stuff, the character creation, all of that you can see on dozens of different YouTube channels. There are plenty of videos about all of that. And this is just my playthrough of me probably dying an awful lot on Arrakis. So it's not going to necessarily be a hints or tips or how-to kind of video. It's a playthrough. Now, if you watched me doing my Conan Exiles, where I created a character that was about as close as you could make in Conan Exiles to what I actually look like, this is way more common to what the kind of character I play when I play any MMO. I usually play a female character, generally thinking that why would I want to run around looking at the backside of a dude? So I create a gal character to play in almost all of my MMO games. There are plenty of videos out there telling you all sorts of information about how to choose a particular character type. I chose the Swordmaster because in MMOs, which are almost exclusively fantasy games, I like swords. I play a sword fighter. I almost never play anything other than a blade-wielding character. So I figured I'd give that a try here. How that limits me in like range damage and so on, it'll be interesting to see whether or not I've just completely borked myself right out of the gate. So as you can see, at the very beginning, once all of the intro stuff is done, you have crash landed on Arrakis. My character here is doubled over, obviously is in pain. So as soon as I start walking, why am I not seeing anything yet? I don't have a HUD. A bunch of burned up bodies. And I'm not getting any... here's some bats. I'm not getting any suggestion about what to do or anything, so I think I need to get up to a different point here before all of that kicks in. My computer is at least 3 generations old. Oh, there we go. So I get a Frem kit. Like I said, my computer is at least 3 generations old. I got the alert when I started the game that, you know, it's below the minimum requirements. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to read all of this stuff to you. The gist of it is I need to make a scrap metal knife, and I need to click the B key to open the crafting menu. So I have 3 salvage metal that I need to make it. So I can click craft. Now I can't make a second one. See, it's going, it's done, and boom, I now have one. It said it was added to the backpack. Let's go to my inventory. It indicates that it's on me. So if I get out of here, yes, it's in my hotbar, which is now down there off to the lower right, and I have the knife in the hotbar slot 1. And I can change that loadout. Equip them by using the hotbar or radio wheel. Items will automatically equip to empty slots. All right. So if I hit 1, I'm now wielding the knife, or equipping the knife. I need to cut the moisture seal, which I assume is up there in front of me. Yeah. So this here is the moisture seal. It's showing that you attack it with a knife. I actually just used the slow attack just because I held the button down for a long time. Anyway, what I was saying about my old computer being below the minimum requirements, it still let me run the game, and at this resolution and these settings, now I'm getting around 20 frames per second. It's not great. For me, it's playable. Hopefully it won't be too ugly for anybody who's watching the stream. All right, you see these plants here. I have, so what just popped up is one tip that says to drink water from these dew holding plants. But on the lower left of the screen, the other HUD, which is really the only HUD, showed up. The vertical bar is how much water you have, which, as you can see, I have none. And then the red diamond shape is my health, which is flashing, which means I'm not in good shape, obviously, because I'm holding. So continue to hydrate. Much of this I can, which is right. I already used that one. Haven't used this one. There. So the water bar is divided into thirds. From these dew plants, you can only get up to 1/3 of the amount of water that you need. Like there's a whole bunch more dew plants right here. If I click E to try to drink, it's not doing anything. Barrier. Now we're in a bigger cave. Right, you can see my FPS is now dropping at times below 20. Now I'm going to be able to drop down here without hurting myself. Plant fiber. It wants me to pick up some plant fiber. All right, I can do that. I said I can do that. But apparently I'm not looking at it, or that's not the right kind of plant fiber. There we go. That's plant fiber I can't pick up. How about over here? As much of this plant fiber as I can. If it doesn't highlight with that sort of white border, apparently you can't activate it. Can't do anything with these lights. Alright, so now it wants me to make some health kits, or heal kits. So I have 25 plant fiber, that means I can make 5 of them. Let's see. Max, there we go. Still keep doing it if I can close out, right? Alright, use a heal kit. So that's on now on my number 2 on my HUD bar. So I apply a bandage, and you can see the bar jump, my health bar, my red health bar jumped way up. And it just added the stamina bar, which is the green bar above the health bar. So my health is slowly filling into that whitish area. Let's try to get all the way up to full health. Look how much water I've already lost. So now it wants me to climb. I assume it wants me to climb up out of there, which I will do after I get a little bit more water. It's not down low enough to allow me to get any. Alright. I'll put the knife away for the time being. Alright, so climbing is... Alright. Let's put that knife away. Spacebar? There we go. stamina recover. I've got a lot of climbing. Alright, it's going to be the easiest way up there. Assuming that's where I want to go, right? Yeah, there's nothing else here. That's just back down there. Alright. Did I come down there? Maybe? No, that's where the way I came out, I think. Or the way I came in. Yeah, so I don't want to go there. You know what? I might be wrong. I think I need to... There we go. I need to hold the E key now. Alright, this is where I need to go, where the lamps are. Yeah. Which is what it's showing me in the picture right there. Oh, nice move, guy. Alright, grab some more plant fiber while I'm here, because you always need more heal kits. I can't get any more than Dune. Let's see, up there. In case I didn't mention it, that bar, it's a space bar, you know, which is typical jump. So you jump onto the wall. And then you just hold the W key to move forward to climb up. I don't know how to use it or how to get it. All loaded up on Dune at the moment. There's nothing I can do about that. Apologies.
So then, you're not quite dead. Now you know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered. Let us speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, Off-worlder.
Alright, I could, yeah, I might as well.
Is this what you wish? To waste time in idle chatter? Your first lesson on Arrakis, then. Every exhalation is a waste. I am Xantara. My companion is Noctua. Now, shall we discuss our escape? There's a way through the barricade, if you do as I say. We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above. That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me. Here, take this Communinet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
Alright, you see there's a compass at the top of your screen that tells me where I need to go. Which is basically right down there.
Stick to the shadows, Offworlder. The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
So we will attempt to do that as much as possible. But you saw, jump back out here with the sun for a bit. I'm standing here, and you can see in the screen now I've got this sun exposure meter that's climbing up pretty quickly. And I will start taking damage if I stand out in the sun. It goes away pretty fast if you're in the shade.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
Take off. Yeah, what is it? I guess I have to open it. Map. Use the cut array, power pack, and equipment. So I now have, I think this is...
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Alright, I think that's it powering up a bit on the lower right. Alright, so I'm in analysis mode, or get into analysis mode, which shows you where you can cut things. You hit the right mouse button. See, and now you basically just need to roughly trace that down. Not quite so roughly. I didn't realize that my somewhat unsteady old man hands are going to be a problem here with this cutting thing. the videos I've seen, this is so much easier than what I'm doing. There we go.
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
So as you can see, there's no way to get into those two rooms because they're blocked by those force fields called pentashields. I can't get into this doorway, but if I cut the hinges, fall open. And there's a person.
Ready your weapon, off-worlder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
Eyes on target.
Yeah, I want to do a light attack. Why am I not moving? What happened? Okay, I guess I need to go right into the block and parry thing.
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them,
Get
giving
out of
you a
the way.
window of opportunity.
There we go. Just the parry.
Got them.
Oh, this is again.
You're dead.
Alright, well I failed at learning how to parry. I mean, I didn't fail at learning how. I didn't learn how. But I got some heal kits off these people. That's going to be, I think, my biggest challenging of being a sword master is basically learning how to actually parry. Alright, this is green, which means I can go through this shield. Oh yeah, here's another thing that I have to learn how to do. Direction thing. Left alt. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Alright, I gotta wait. Oh, almost made it. There we go. Made it first. But I am a little bit of healing here. Alright, these are hydration stations, so I can get my water level up to, I think, 2/3. That was the walk key, not the E key. Alright, why am I not drinking the coke? I have to dismiss that. it's above 1/3. I don't think there's enough here to get me all the way up to 2/3. Let's see if this guy has it. Well, all right, pretty close. There's nothing else in this room to grab. Doesn't seem. Somebody right down there. That must be the open doorway to this. Hold the attack key, slow blade attack is staggered. So I have to figure out how to do that block.
The swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Looks like I'm getting the slow blade attack in on him.
Enemy found!
Oh, wow. That doesn't count. Oh, I guess that did count. Oh, I didn't get it that time.
Shields up! I got you! Shield on!
Oh, didn't get it.
Shields up!
Oh, I see. I gotta do it one more time to clear this. I actually have to get it clear. That wasn't it.
Eyes on enemy!
Also not it. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I may need to switch over to a trooper so I can actually shoot people from a distance. Let's see, anything else in here I can grab? Sure, anything on any of these horses? Alright. Looks like a chest, but it isn't. Go through there.
That's the pentashield key. Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield. Get to the captain and activate that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
Alright, you can see these doors have now gone green, so I can just walk right through them. And that's the captain up there. Apparently not quite dead, I guess. Yeah, that transition to that cutscene dropped down to 6 FPS. That swap from the ornithopters to my character dropped it down to 2. So yeah, you can see.
We only need the leader.
My computer is not enjoying all of these motion graphics with all of these different things on the screen at the same time.
I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi! Utland scum!
Wow, you can see the
Ivits
resolution.
jo man tukta
graphic
lasso
quality dropped
bre
way
ada hung unvalo arsund. De dia abada.
I know. That's why I brought you here.
I gotta say, we're blistering 8 frames per second right now. This is action, folks. I'm not sure if I can change my settings to improve this. I'll have to look into that before the next video.
Stitch.
I mean, it's kind of hard to see here, but, you know, Zantara got wounded but still managed to kill the Sardaukar leader.
The Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier. Ever fly an Ornithopter? Simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals. Get ready. They'll be on us as soon as we break through. There's too many! Turn us into the storm! They won't follow.
Obviously, there are elements from the movie, from the book, and then also from the movie. You know, fleeing pursuers inside a storm, things like that. Done pretty well. And I'm guessing we crashed, which is what happens. Is it loading? Do I need to press anything?
Get up, Wolf-Welder. I couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming. Run! Now!
Alright, I think we're gonna go to the closest pile of rocks to get away from the sandworm. Oh, there goes the ornithopter. That's the first view of the sandworm.
You made it, Wolf-Welder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Wolf-Welder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Maula outfit won't cut it out here.
Alright, so as you can see over there in the upper left, getting equipped. So now if you're familiar with Conan Exiles, we're essentially in journeys. And these are sort of starter guides on how to do things, you know, for the next step of making sure that you'll survive here on Arrakis. I've got 9 research menu points. So if I press Y to open up the research menu, I can learn how to make makeshift clothing. Alright, which is what I'm going to need for everything else so far in this first journey. Oh, they're calling them journeys. Alright, just like Conan Exiles. is all locked. I know how to do that. Yeah, I think everything... Oh, I know how to make an improvised cutter ray. I don't know if that's any better. I need more salvage metal and an improvised power pack. Yeah. Everything else is locked. Alright, so... Come on, let's get some more. Plant material. There we go. Let's get into some shade. Well, sort of shade. See how quickly that sunstroke indicator is rising? Let's get back over into this shade here. Let that sucker go down. I guess I've got all of the plant fiber I need to make the clothing, but I'm going to grab a little bit more. Okay. Oh, and you can see the chat has popped up here. I'm on, a server, of course, and a siege in that server, and there are other players within the server. All right, so now what I need to do is go to crafting menu again, B. I need to make all of this makeshift stuff. So let's start with a jacket. Make one of those. Go to the shoes. Make one of those. Pants. Gloves. And a hood. If I go to my inventory, those should all be equipped. They are not. The hood equipped. That's weird. Oh, because I've got other things already in those slots. So now, can I just right-click like you do in Conan? No. Can I double-click like you do in Conan? Yes.
The War of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter ray, and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
All right. Run over here. I'm gonna need stone at some point anyway. But we are at 40 minutes, and I think now that I have a full set of clothing, I think I'm going to call it right then, right there. I wonder if you... Nope. I was in Conan. If you press V, it gives you a sort of a screenshot view. Boy, I have to figure out how to do a screenshot view so I can do a screenshot for the video. Anyway. Oh, I did see one thing. Is inventory high? Yes. Where is it here? You can hide the hood or your headgear. Customization? Somewhere in here you can hide the headgear. So I'm going to look for that. And I think I'll set that. Unequip it, customize, compare. All right, I'll figure out where that is and I'll set that for the next time. That way you can see the character's face. But for right now, I'm going to call this a video. Thanks for joining me on this very first step into Arrakis for Dune Awakening. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, definitely give it a thumbs down. It's all engagement. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section below. And in the meantime, until the next video, please stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.